Hey guys, in this video we're gonna talk about what are the procedures you have to know for study abroad purpose. This video will help you to analyze how to shortlist your university or college according to your interest. We all know that when we are a child we used to have a dream or goal to study in other countries. This video will help you with what are the procedures you have to know. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. So the next topic is about which exam do you want to take. Actually, there are plenty of exams for overseas education. For instance, there are common exams like IELTS, it's also known as International English Language Test System, TOEFL, PT, and GRE, and so on. Majority of the people choose IELTS as a evidence of English language proficiency for study work and immigration process. In some of the prominent countries like Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand and USA, each country has its own IELTS requirement. This test is recognized by 9,000 institutions all over the world. This includes 2,000 universities in USA. IELTS is comprised of reading, writing, listening and speaking, and the total score will be like 9 band. So in order to get a pass or an eligible category, you have to get an overall band of 6.5 with a minimum band of 6 in each sections of IELTS. It's no more difficult than any other exams. This question is all about like straightforward and designed to assess how well you use your English. So basically, IELTS have two formats. The first one is academic and the second one is general. Academic is only for students and general is all about those who are applying for jobs and looking for PR purpose. So let's moving on to TOEFL. This exam is also similar to IELTS exam, but the pattern is distinct. It also have the same reading, writing, listening and speaking, but the score band is different. Here the score band is in a scale of like 0 to 120 points, and each section is comprised of like 30 points. For this exam, the eligibility score is 75 points for students, that is undergraduate students, and 83 points for graduate students. Now we can talk about PT, which is also known as Pearson Test of English. It's also based on the above categories like what we mentioned in IELTS and TOEFL. It consists of reading, writing, listening and speaking. But unfortunately there is a sad news because for IELTS and TOEFL there are two systems. One is based on paper and the next one based on computer. But unfortunately PT doesn't have both the systems. It's fully based on computer English language. Here the difference between IELTS and PT is that the speaking part of an IELTS takes in the form of an interview, and PTU you just simply have to speak to a computer. PT is also accepted worldwide. So talking about the most important exam where students used to avoid is GRE. GRE is also called as Graduate Record Examination. The GRE is a multiple choice computer based standardized exam. It's required mostly for MBA programs and people who are applying for USA. GRE is comprised of like analytical writing, verbal reasoning and quantitative reasoning. When compared to all the exams, GRE is slightly hard, but with proper preparation and dedication, you can achieve to a higher score. So the next topic is about analyzing for courses. It's all about what you're interested, because I have personally saw students who just studied for a degree and ends up with no job. So the important thing is to choose the right career path. It's better to choose the course that what stream do you belong, that is what you have done in your undergraduate. For instance, if you studied in the stream of mechanical engineering in your undergraduate, get into the same course for your masters too, because it will be too easy to study and you will be knowing some basic concepts or ideas that what you have learned from your undergraduate. Some of them will be interested in management program and some of them will be intended to engineering programs. Make sure you're doing the right program, because many of them will be doing a mistake. They just choose a program, don't even know the insights of that program and ends up with no job. So make sure you choose the right program. While choosing the course, try to check the job availability in that province and make sure how much they pay you, because you're investing a ton of money in your studies. So it's better to find the opportunities and don't forget to read all the program overview, professional aggregations and recognitions. Here are some job opportunity websites like Career Build, Indeed, LinkedIn, Upwork and etc. So the next topic is about why Canada. Why do you have to do your masters in Canada? Canada has become an ideal place for higher education studies sought by many prospective international students. Many of the Canadian universities are present in the reputed international rankings, and a recent education strategy set by the Canadian Ministry of Education stresses on increasing the number of foreign students. The detailed education plan encourages foreign students to pursue jobs during their master's or bachelor degree and to remain in the country for work opportunities after graduations. Let me just break the reasons why to study in Canada. Reason number 1. Many of the top ranked universities in the world are in Canada. Universities from Canada have a long history and reputation in terms of academic performance and high graduate employment rate. Some of the top ranked Canadian universities are University of Toronto, University of British Columbia, McGill University, University of Montreal, and University of Alberta. University focus on research and many prize their groundbreaking discoveries. Most study programs delivered by Canadian universities focus a lot on research, and students get to engage in intriguing experiments and projects meant to provide them a complete study experience based on the innovations and forward thinking. The third reason is more on why the Canadian teaching style is so effective. In Canada, bachelor's degree usually lasts 3 years, while a master's course can last us 1 to 3 years based on the program what we choose. University programs are organized through traditional lectures combined with workshops, group works, and assignments. Next topic is about Masters versus PGDM. In Canadian institutions, there is two modes for postgraduate studies. One is PGDM, which is also known as Postgraduate Diploma in Management, and the second one is Masters. So let's talk about PGDM. When I was surfing through the internet from the recent survey, I've learned that many of the students opt for this degree rather than doing a master's because the syllabus for this course is easy when compared to masters. Actually, the course duration differs according to the program that what you choose. For instance, if you're doing project management means the duration of the course will be 1 year, but if you choose a program like global management, the duration of the course will be like 2 years. There are excellent job prospects available in Canada for graduate students. A PGDM degree not only adds to CV but helps in specialization and knowledge which lead to a better job prospects. Let's move on to masters. I think in most of the countries, masters have been divided into two classes. The first class is all about ME. Actually, this is related to mostly engineering undergraduates because ME is called as Master of Engineering, and the second class is all about Master of Science. Obviously, you can obviously known as MS. In Master of Science, they are again categorized into two types. The first one is normally like after you finish your masters, you can directly go to a job. The second one is dedicated to research purpose. This is only applicable for students those who want to pursue their PhD. The only perk for studying masters in Canada, they charge you low tuition fees. Next to Germany. Talking about Germany, actually there is no tuition fees for Germany, but only the pitfall is you have to learn their language. If you do your masters in Canada, you can work while you study. This allows you to manage your finance without keeping any debt. The most important thing is it gives a pathway to Canadian permanent residence after you graduate. Skilled Canadian work experience gained through the postgraduate work permit programs helps graduates to qualify for permanent residence in Canada through Canadian Experience Class, also known as CEC. If you need to check what are the programs available in Canada, you can go to masterportal.com. They will provide you all the information like what are the universities available with free structure. You can also check in my description. So moving on to the last session. So I think I've slightly covered the tips and analysis for studying abroad. You can ask me why I'm always covering Canada but not other countries because I've got some experience going through this process. I'm not saying Canada is the best country for education. There are also some countries which provides the same level of education. So if you need some tips, let me know in the comment section. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you guys interested in this session, I will make another session about the insights and processing for abroad studies. Thank you.